everyone. Welcome to my bedroom. So, I would like to speak to you today about something I teach my sex priestesses in the sex priestess initiation. We go very deep into it, and obviously, it's a year and a half long process. But it's something that I wanted to bring up, and I feel like, again, the conversations we have here in this space are conversation I feel like we need to have more in our society, in a more open, safe, and honest way with integrity. So I want to talk about embodiment through sex. This is not something I hear a lot of people speak about. I probably never heard anyone speak about it, except maybe David Data, which mentions things like it in his teachings. I always recommend The Way of the Superior Man, the book by David Data, to any man and any woman. It's a really good book. So obviously I can't go too deep on YouTube with these kind of teachings and this topic, like many other topics that I can't speak about here too deeply. But this is something so basic that many people do naturally through sex, but don't have any understanding of it. So let's discuss this. So we always embody something through sexual play, through sex. And Jesus's main teaching was know thyself. That was literally all he taught, all he wanted to teach. Everything can kind of combine into these two words, know thyself. It is in fact a basic human mastery, which we've lost completely, because instead of knowing ourselves and going within, we constantly have been programmed to seek outside of us, to any kind of force or people or churches and things like that are outside of us, to God, which is outside of us according to religion. But really, the only mastery a human being needs to have is knowing ourselves. To know all the different parts in us, the many light and shadow fragmented parts of our conscious and unconscious psyche. This basic self-mastery is not just true for life, but also for sex itself. As I mentioned in my books and many other videos, sex is a portal. It is not only a portal to other dimensions, timelines, and powers we can possess, but to our partner's deep psyche, and especially to our own psyche. It is a space, a portal that opens up. It is a portal that opens up a space for us to truly see and get to know and embody and play with later when we master it, all the different parts of ourselves. We are not just this one-dimensional being. Every human being is multifaceted. We have so many different layers and dimensions and frequencies and aspects and personas even inside of us. And so sexual play really gives us that opportunity to truly discover and heal and transmute and unite and play with all these different parts of us. We do it anyway, but the problem is most people don't do it the right way. And so this can cause a lot of damage, and we're going to discuss it further on. We become the most vulnerable during sex. And I speak about this in other videos as well, especially men when it comes to spirit and energy, and women when it comes to the physical plane. And so when we have sex, many of our inner parts from the light or shadow, conscious or subconscious, rise up to the surface and play out during sexual play in many ways. Sometimes this play can be an extreme one or very mild and subtle. Sometimes you can witness your own separate part of your partner's as well. So it can surprise us sometimes or even scare you if you don't understand what is happening. So you may think that your partner is possessed by a demon when they're simply trying to play out a part of their own subconscious that has been triggered and asked to come out and play due to the sexual energy, which is again a doorway, a portal you open together. And without the proper communication, self-knowledge, and safe space, it can damage, as it does so many people who have unconscious sex, especially when they use extreme sexual play with the wrong partners. Just get a sip of drink. So the more powerful your bond is and the energy that you are creating between you two, the better chance you have to be able to embody fragmented parts in you in an empowered way. All right, so basically, we do want to create a safe, open space for all the parts of us to come out and play, so to speak, and for us to be able to not just know them, but if we need to heal them, unite them as well, and create also an inner union between us. This is something again I speak about in my advanced sex magic, and there's so much to learn. This is why people really seek the easy way out today with tantra and sacred sexuality. There is no easy way. I have people keep sending me teachers and stuff to listen to, and I may listen to them for 2 minutes. Because I have to remain a pure channel and vessel for the temple and for the sisters to receive my information. But no one talks about these stuff. No one talks about the real aspects of sex magic. No one talks about cleansing your body. There are teachers out there who teach tantra who eat meat and eat animals. And it is mind-blowing to me that people have no integrity and respect for the energies that we move through sexual play. And it is just mind-boggling. I really pray that humanity will awaken sooner than later to the truth about our power, because we have tremendous power. We just don't know how to use it correctly. All right, so let's continue. So if you have a one-night stand, for example, with someone who you deep down don't feel safe with fully, a fragmented part of your shadow may still arise that holds trauma, and that this unsafety triggers to come to the light during the sex portal of your psyche that you are opening now with this person, right? So the level of safety, confidence, and the energy created between the couple will determine if and what part will rise to be embodied. This will be very different for every person in any moment, because in sexual play, every moment is brand new and is determined by the state each partner is in that moment. This is happening more than you think, although in most cases, it happens so subtly that people don't even notice it, but it affects them tremendously regardless. So what a sex priestess masters, like a real sex priestess, this is what we do, and also teaches others to master, is how to embody these parts in us in a conscious way, how to be so self-aware that you can choose and invite a certain part in you to play out in sexual union and sexual play. It is one of the most healing and empowering things we can do, but if done incorrectly, like most people do today, unconsciously even, it can also be one of the most damaging things we can do and cause even further trauma and pain and suffering. For example, many people use BDSM or some sort of a character play during sex, many times even in violent ways in their sexual life. And though it is not a bad thing per se, I'm not against BDSM, I'm not against character play or things like that. I really hope that you hear what I'm saying. So it is done in most cases in a very bad way. All right, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's a tool that people don't know how to use correctly. Perhaps sometimes, even with good intentions, people are doing it, but with no knowledge on how to use this play in a safe, loving, empowering way for both partners. And when I say empowering, I don't mean the ego, but I mean the soul. I mean the spirit. I mean using that sexual play, even if it's violent, in an empowering, loving, safe way, so that we can evolve past the wound and past the trauma. And so a lot of the fetishes that people have are coming from a deep trauma and a deep pain. And so if we learn how to play with these fetishes in the right way, people won't need these fetishes anymore. They won't even desire them anymore because they've evolved past them. So, and then if you do choose to play out the fetish, you do it consciously. You do it from a healed place of, I want to play, not from a place of, I'm wounded, I need to heal. Again, this is all happening subconsciously. Most people are not even aware that they have this pain. So I hope that I'm explaining myself correctly. This is, again, a deep dive that it will take me months to speak about. I'm just trying to bring it all in one video right now. Most humans create more trauma in sexual play today instead of healing it and transmuting any pain or trauma, because no one teaches us how to do this correctly. This is why it is my mission not only to bring this knowledge, but to initiate as many women as I can in this life as a sex priestess, so that we can keep spreading this knowledge with honor, with integrity, with love, and with safety. This work requires one to know and master the subconscious mind. All right? You cannot do proper sex magic, tantra, sacred sexuality without understanding the subconscious mind. I think I'm the only teacher on the planet that actually says this. And because I'm not here to give you the shortcut or the short way. I am not here to, like, if I would have given you the shortcut, sure, I'll have like 1 million followers, but it's not. I know that this is not what people want, but this is what I'm here to bring. I'm here to bring truth, all right? And the correct way to do things. Our sexual power is so important to understand and to embody and to fully set free, but we have to do it the right way. This work, okay, so we talked about knowing the subconscious mind. This is why, again, my work is like is only for a few people, because I am not here to give you some sexy practices and get followers on Instagram. This work of the temple is the real deal, all right? And I will not give you the shortcut. I will not give you the fluffy way. I will not give you fun sexual plays you can do. You know how to do this by yourself. I am here to deeply heal and empower humanity, mostly through our sexual power, which requires initiation. I speak about initiation all the time. My first book is over 300 pages, and it is only the preparation for us to be able to receive the true teachings of sex magic. All right, we've lost the rites of initiation, and I pray we bring them back. If anyone promises to teach you sex magic on YouTube or a short online course, please know this is not the right way. Especially for us now at the time of our evolution, we need to bring back sacredness and initiation. Now, I want to offer people some things you can do to begin this journey of embodiment through sex. Although, of course, this is as complicated as each human being's, unique subconscious mind, and is why the true masters know that they must master their own subconscious mind for this work. So this is why the true knowledge is really difficult to teach. It is because I need to teach every single human being to get to know their own subconscious mind. And each human being is a whole world of their own. And they bring to each moment of sexual play a complete new world in that moment. So it keeps changing all the time. It keeps evolving. So it's really hard to give you like a pattern that's going to fit all right? But if you hear what I'm saying to you, I know that it will spark something in you, a truth that you already know, and you will find your path of self-knowledge that will help you in your sacred sexuality and your sex magic. Okay, so notice what energy wants to be embodied through you as you make love to someone. All right, again, I'm going to repeat that. Notice what energy wants to be embodied through you as you make love to someone, and what energy you also bring out in them. Notice that. Have a conversation about it and ask if this is something that comes out of them with other partners or just with you. All right, this is one question to ask. If, for example, you always find yourself embodying the raging warrior woman. Maybe it means you feel the need to protect or defend against this man's energy, right? If in the case that you're having sex with the same man or different men, even if you're always embodying that energy, then you always maybe this is something in your subconscious mind that needs to be embodied because you need to feel protected. You need to feel like you need to protect yourself. Again, this is very different for every woman. There could be another woman that also embodies the raging warrior woman, but for her, it comes from a different reason. It comes from maybe an empowered place even, right? Maybe all the women in her family have been so submissive, and through sexual play, she transmutes that energy into something new, into power. So again, this is why it's very different for every person. I cannot give you one pattern that fits all. These are questions. I want you to start questioning things and observe yourself through your sexual play. Okay. This can be very subconscious, but it is something to notice and really being observant of. It is great if let's say a man brings that warrior out of you once in a while, but if you want to be with a man who brings out all of your aspect, this is what we want. This is another thing that I always talk to women about. You want to be with a man that sexually brings out all of the aspects of your femininity, not just one aspect. If he brings out only one aspect, that's something to be concerned about. You want to feel so safe with a man that you can bring out all of the different rainbow colors of your femininity, right? You want to bring the bitch and the witch and the mother and the daughter and the daughter, really not, but the the slut and the queen and the angel. You want to bring all of them into play. You want to bring your Lilith and your Eve, right? You want to bring everything, and you want to feel safe and honored within all of those aspects and embodiment of your femininity with this man. Okay. You want to feel relaxed. You want to just be surrendered. And even when you're playing out your slut, you want to feel honored, right? And safe with this man, that he sees you for who you are. Unfortunately, this doesn't happen a lot these days because also men have lost their own way. And this is part of my mission, is to really bring back that power in men, because we need men to be in their power. And we can't do it alone. Yes, women are the leaders. Women are we are taking the first steps, but we need men to follow. We need men to come together with us in their power. If men are not in their power, it's just depleting us. It is draining us, and we rather do it alone. Yes. So this is why men, by the way, this is why a lot of women today rather do it alone. It is because we need now, especially the conscious women, we need to be in our power in order to do our work. And if we have man-child who depletes our energy, we cannot be in our full power, and we must focus now. And conscious women, awakened women, know this in their heart. And so they choose they choose solitary life, which is not really solitary, because when we are fully connected to Source and the Mother, we're never solitary. So this is a conversation for another time, though. So communication is key. All right. It is vital to be able to openly communicate before and after sexual play about any aspects of your subconscious that may have surfaced. Any fears, any stories, any emotions, of course. Start with being more open and clear with your communication before, during, and after sex. And this will already help you tremendously in the sexual healing process. So can you speak and voice your needs clearly? If not, this is something to work on for both men and women, especially women. Your desires, your deepest desires, everything that rises up in you. If not, you must get to know thyself. This is the main thing. It starts and ends with knowing ourselves. No one can ever do that for you, no matter if they are the most amazing lover alive, the most conscious being alive. You must know yourself. I hope this inspired you a little bit. Please check out my books if you haven't yet. I am a priestess of the temple. I am a servant of the Mother, and I pray for sacred union on planet Earth. Thank you.